Hi, this is Amy from New York Dandy Doodles, and I thought I'd do a video with you today on what are people saying about New York Dandy Doodles. I know for me, when I'm shopping for something, I am reading reviews, sometimes for days and days, trying to figure out how best to go about my purchases. And I know getting a dog is a big decision, so I just wanted to share some of the reviews that we've gotten back. Yes, I'm in the car. Yes, things were noisy at our house. Imagine that, a big family with a noisy house. I think we had jackhammering outside and somebody going by with a noisy bike, and then we had somebody shooting on the road. So anyway, I took a drive. I found a quiet place. We're gonna do the video here. All right, so first off, let me read you some reviews, and I'll try to put some pictures and some words on the screen so you don't have to listen and just look at me talking the whole time. But here we go. This is from a puppy that we sold this summer. It would have been one of, let me think, this was one of Izzy's puppies. And this family is really unique. They contacted me a year ago about a puppy, and they wanted one that they could use as a service dog. They actually live in a camper and travel around. They live in one part of the country for half the year, and then they kind of come back in our general direction for the other part of the year and visit their kids and their grandkids. And their dog is going to live with them in their camper, with them and their cat. So this was her update to me here a few months ago. This was back in July. Ruby is doing well. She and Rascal play together. At least the cat doesn't run and hide. She was up on my shoulder purring in my ear one night while Ruby was on my lap chewing on the cat's tail. Naughty puppy. She knows her name, no, come, and sometimes leave it. She seems to know out, and I take her out anytime she is by the sliding door. The vet weighed her in at 7 pounds 3 ounces and upped her food to a heaping 1/3 cup per meal. She sleeps through the night but tends to whine if I get up early. Sometimes we can go back to bed after a quick trip outside and sleep till a more reasonable hour. I put a harness on her so I could use a retractable leash, as she was getting adventurous and not coming when called. Working on sit and down, and she knows the rattle of the treat bag. She is a real joy and very adaptable. New things make her curious and a little cautious, but not afraid. She should be a great service dog. Okay, this one is from a customer that was actually all the way out in California. Her mom had talked to a breeder friend of ours, and they didn't have what this lady was looking for. And so our friend recommended us, and she called, and it was a really fun interaction. She and her daughter called, and her daughter, I think, is 9 and had questions for me. Mom had questions for me. We ended up doing a FaceTime, and then she ended up coming all the way to Rochester, came in and did like a red-eye flight, picked up the puppy with her mom, spent a few days with her parents, and then went back to California. So we've got a California puppy. And she was sharing what she had shared about us on a different website. She said, sharing the site of the most amazing breeder, Amy. We just got our Goldendoodle from New York Dandy Doodles, and Amy has a new litter. They are in upstate New York, not super convenient to California. Could fly in and out. I am willing to meet you at an airport if that's something you would like to do. Or you could hire a flight nanny. Wait lists for us were too long on the West Coast. Can't say enough about how well she cares for puppies from birth. Our puppy was well on its way to potty training and had been exposed to her large family, acclimated him to all ages, etc. of humans, and the noises that go along with that. And then here is her site. So I really appreciated her talking about us, and I know I sent her some business cards, and she's going to carry them and hand them out. She has a lot of questions from her neighbors when she's out walking the dog. And I've got a cute picture of her walking to school with her daughters and the puppy, and so I'll share that too. His name was Ranger, and they've changed it to Barkley, so that's their dog. She also said, he is settling in very well. He is a sweetheart. Thank you for providing him with such a happy home for his first 12 weeks. He has such a lovely disposition, laid-back guy with lots of love in his little body. We adore him. And then a few hearts. The next one is Comet. Now, Comet is also a neat situation. He started out when he was with us. His name was Acorn. and he was a little love bug too. He was my 10-year-old's favorite puppy. So we actually decided to donate one dog this year to be trained to be a service dog. And that was just something that was on our hearts to do, to try to give back a little bit. We've been blessed and we want to share that blessing. We realized that sometimes getting a service dog, though it may be necessary, it can be challenging to do. So we wanted to make that a possibility for somebody. So we are working with a trainer, and her name is Kaylee, and she's been working with Acorn, who's now named Comet. Comet is so good on walks around town, so confident and curious. He walks in a perfect heel, sits and stays when at intersections. Absolutely love him and can't thank you enough. You definitely did well with him, and I am so thankful he is the puppy we picked. He will be an amazing service dog. If I could find another puppy raiser, I would be all for buying another puppy to prep and get ready. So thank you, Kaylee, for that, and I just can't wait to see how he progresses as he gets bigger. So this review is from a family that got a puppy from us on the other side of the state last March, I believe. Yep. We adopted our puppy Arnold this past March from New York Dandy Doodles. Arnie is an absolutely amazing dog, and much of that has to do with how he was raised before he came to us. Amy and her family are kind and caring people who care for and love their puppies before they find their forever homes. Arnie is such a happy and laid-back dog, and we are so lucky to have found him. I couldn't have asked for a better experience with a breeder. Amy was always available to answer questions both before Arnie came home and then again after. I would highly recommend them to anyone looking for a Goldendoodle. If we ever get another puppy, we will for sure return to New York Dandy Doodles. That would be fun. This is also from our spring litter with Tia. This would be for Truffles on our site, who they renamed Milo. Our experience getting our mini Goldendoodle, Milo, from New York Dandy Doodles went perfectly. Amy was very helpful and gave us all the information we needed. She sent videos and pictures in the weeks leading to picking him up. Milo was well taken care of, and it was evident how much the family cared for the puppies when we picked him up. I wouldn't hesitate to get another puppy from them in the future. Thank you, guys. We're going to try this again, and hopefully we can get this done before the sun sets. All right, so I'm going to read this. I think this is take 3, 4, 5. I've had 2 puppy calls while we've been here. That's kind of fun. All right, Amy and family were very easy to work with. They always replied to my emails in a timely manner and made the whole process straightforward and easy to follow. When we arrived to pick up our puppy, Amy and her daughter showed us the puppies. They have a lovely home where they raise the puppies, and you can tell they are well taken care of and very loved. True, we love our puppies. The entire litter of puppies came over to my husband and I, and they were all friendly, roly-poly little babies. I'm glad I picked my puppy out ahead of time because they were all just too cute. You can tell they did a great job getting their puppies acclimated to life in a new home. My puppy doesn't flinch when he sees and hears things like fire trucks, parades, fireworks, horses, thunder, or anything else. Sometimes he is curious, but almost never scared of anything. He's just such a good boy. So thank you for that review. I hope that helps you guys. I can say, some of our dogs are more confident, some are more timid, so I can't guarantee that a dog isn't going to flinch at fireworks, but we do expose them to a variety of sounds, so just to help you out with that, and the more you expose them to, like these folks are taking their dogs out and about, that will help you to have a very well-adjusted, very socialized dog. This one is for the dog that we called River. Her name is now Nala, and this is the review on Facebook, so you can actually go and look this one up if you want. We just got our Goldendoodle, Nala, about 2 weeks ago. We are so in love with her. Amy and her family are so great with the puppies, and they're so well cared for and loved. Amy was very responsive and quick to answer all of my questions and consistently sending me pictures and videos until she was able to go home with us. My sister also fell in love with our puppy so much that she brought home one from the same litter. Isn't that fun? They get to grow up together. I love that. Okay, this next review is actually a voicemail I got. This would be the grandma to Sterling, and she called and left the sweetest voicemail. I was able to call her later in the day, and I asked her, I said, can I put your voicemail in a video? And she said she would be glad to do that. So I'm just going to play this for you, and I hope to put some pictures up so that you can see the puppy, and hopefully you'll be able to hear this okay.
Amy, this is Diana Spencer. I'm Kara Naylor's mother. And I just had to call you. You don't have to call me back. Our little Sterling has made such a difference for the whole family. I mean, he's lifted the spirits of everybody in the family. It's the most loving, wonderful little puppy I've ever seen in my life. He's just amazing. You have a magic touch or something, but I've never had a puppy to where when Kara brought him home and I was there, I live in a senior apartment. I was there for about 3 hours in the home, and we had this little puppy. Not one accident. He would start sniffing or whatever because he was in a new place, and always would go outside to do his business. And it just, I mean, just from the jump, he was just so smart. And the second day, and she probably told you this, the first day at home, kind of settled him down, put him at her feet in a little dog bed with his toys, and she was crocheting. Next morning, he goes to sleep. Next morning, she had to go to work. She's a nurse practitioner and had to go to her office. Dad was home, and she came home in the evening. So we're talking almost 24 hours later. She's in the kitchen cooking supper, and this little guy went and got her crocheting and drug it into the kitchen to, like, see, I remember what you were doing, and that's, you know, he associated, 24 hours later, I mean, how many dogs would even catch on to that? And another little story, the grandson's girlfriend bought him a hedgehog toy, and she tossed it out. And I've never had a dog that would play catch with me. They just catch the toy and they go off somewhere. This little guy grabbed the hedgehog, brought it right back. They tossed it out again, and here he was playing. Nobody said catch or fetch or anything. He's just on his own. I mean, he's just, I can't tell you. Thank you so.
There, cut her off. So evidently there's a 3-minute limit on phone calls, but there you go. So yeah, you guys, I don't want to toot our horns, but I do want to share with you, because I know it can be a little bit difficult sometimes to find reviews and see them or hear them all in one place. So I just thought you would get a kick out of hearing them, hearing what people are saying. Those of you who have gotten dogs, like, I love getting feedback. I love seeing pictures of the dogs. I like hearing how the puppies are doing. I want to know how they are. So definitely keep in touch. And if you're looking for a puppy, we still have a few available. And we also have a litter planned for this winter. It is filling up. We do have several reserved. But keep that in mind if you're looking for a dog. And we'll be in touch. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Entire litter of puppies came over to Amy was very Milo from New York Dandy. Let's try that again.